everybody, I'm Trey Rich and you are watching The Buzz. On today's show we have all the way from Korea K-pop group AB6IX in our studio fresh off their current tour. Then we talk to NBA superstar Steph Curry just hours off his ESPYs hosting gig. And then we are backstage of So You Think You Can Dance, which is getting down to the wire with only 6 dancers left. We have a lot to talk about, so let's get this party started.
Hey, my name is Agnes Mo and you've just been buzzed.
Before we get started, we have a little bit of buzz news. Recently, Kanye West dropped out of performing at Rolling Loud in New York, and he was replaced with Kid Cudi. During Cudi's set, some fans started throwing objects on the stage. No one really knows why, but it doesn't matter because Cudi stopped his show to warn fans if someone throws something else, he will walk off the stage. Let's take a look.
Yo, I will walk off this stage. If y'all throw one more thing up here, I will leave. I will leave right now. Throw one more thing on the stage and I will walk off. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. You will ruin it for everybody. I will leave. If I get hit with one more thing, if I see one thing on this stage, I'm leaving. Don't with me.
As you can see, Cudi ended his show and walked off the stage. Fans started booing, but the show was over. Some think the reason why fans were throwing things on stage because they were dissatisfied with Cudi replacing Kanye. We still don't know why Kanye dropped out. Earlier this year, Kanye said he was taking a break from performing to work on his mental health. So, we hope to see a full set from Kanye soon. Starting off the show, Madison catches up with Steph Curry fresh off of his ESPYs hosting gig at his after party, and he talks about his epic night and maybe settles a few Twitter beefs. Let's take a look.
Coming off of a national championship to holding the mic on the ESPY stage, what have these past few months meant to you?
It's been a whirlwind, celebrating obviously an amazing year. Me and my family, my teammates on and off the court. Never thought I'd be able to host the ESPYs. That wasn't really ever on the radar, but when I got the opportunity, it was like, you know, of course, let's try it out. Didn't know really what to expect. It was an amazing night, a lot of prep, but I had fun with it. Hopefully everybody got some laughs and was entertained.
Absolutely.
It was an amazing year, so that's a nice way to cap it off.
Did you have a favorite moment of the night?
I mean, I've never really sang in front of people before. There were that many people / the national, world, global audience. So, Stephen, you finally made it. The song was I heard it's pretty catchy for a lot of people, so it was nice.
Did you check out Twitter?
Not yet. I didn't really have much time. I know Twitter's probably all over the place, especially some of the stuff I was saying they probably didn't expect it from me. So, but hopefully everybody had a good time.
Well, I was checking out Twitter, and I want you to settle a debate that people are having about you right now.
Okay.
They're saying that you can literally shoot anywhere on the court and score. So are you ruining the game or elevating the game of basketball?
Both.
Tell me why.
I mean, anytime you change or disrupt the way way a game is played, the way something's been done for years, for decades, like it's always going to be people that love it, people that hate it. But also, it's just stretching people's imagination of what's possible out there on the court. For young kids to know, like it's possible, but you have to work for it. It takes time, so many reps, a lot of focus and dedication and discipline, but it's possible. So, I think I said it tonight when I was accepting the record-breaking performance. Like, I want to be at the game where somebody is breaking my three-point record because they worked for it, and we'll see if that happens.
And that's beautiful, and your family is here to support you tonight. What does it mean for your daughters to be able to watch you in a very different kind of position, but something that's still so highly regarded?
It's a beautiful thing because of my career. Like, I've experienced a lot of amazing things, and over the last 13 years that I've been in the league, these are the times that are special because they get to remember these memories. I got that with my dad, mom. My dad played in the league for 16 years, so Riley's 10, Ryan's 7, Cannon's 4. Like, they're at the ages now where these type of experiences hit home a little different, and they enjoy it. So tonight was definitely one of those experiences.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, and have so much fun inside your party
Absolutely.
tonight.
I
Thank
will.
you.
Don't go away, we have AB6IX up next in our studio after the break.
너의 맘속으로 가닿게 원해 눈부신 나는 flash
AB6IX is a South Korean boy band formed by brand new music. Jeon Woon, Kim Dong-hyun, Park Woo-jin, and Lee Dae-hui add hot self-produced tracks with smooth vocals and slick dance moves. Their track Savior has over 12 million views, and they recently just completed their tour with a show in Los Angeles. And they graciously found time to stop by our studio. Let's take a look.
Hey, I'm Danielle DeLate and you're watching The Buzz. On today's show, we have AB6IX. How are you?
We're doing great. Hi, we are
AB6IX.
Nice to meet you.
Or what should I say? 안녕하세요.
Oh, 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
We're from Korea. Yeah. Oh, you're great at Korean.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. I have to learn some more. So maybe
How do
after you could
how do you
teach
say hi in Australia?
Australia. We say g'day.
Great. Oh, I learned this from Stray Kids Chris Hyung. Chris, good eye mate.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, g'day, mate. Great job. So it's been about 3 years now that you've been together as a group, and 2 of those years, the world has been dealing with COVID.
Yes.
So what's
I
the
hate
journey?
COVID.
Yeah. What's the journey been like so far?
We started a tour after the COVID situation. We just ended the tour. So, yeah, right? 우리 투어 방금 끝나고 왔습니다.
Oh, what was the fans' reaction like when you were on tour? After
팬분들의
COVID?
리액션이 어땠나요?
일단은 다들 너무너무 보고 싶어 했던 게 느껴졌고 무대를 하는데 너무 다들 즐겨주셔가지고 굉장히 기분 좋게 투어를 마쳤습니다.
Congratulations on your latest EP, A to B. What's the process like in choosing what songs make the cut?
일단은 보통은 멤버들이 곡 작업을 하고 회사에 제출을 하면 회사 내부에서 이제 열심히 회의를 통해서 그 앨범과 컨셉에 맞는 곡으로 뭔가 앨범을 완성하게 되는 것 같습니다.
And the latest single, Savior, just came out as well as the music video. What was it like on set working on that? Because I watched the music video and it's incredible. I love all the moves. I love the concept behind it. It was great.
되게 자유롭게 하고 있고 그리고 저희가 예쁘게 나오게 많은 환경들을 만들어 주시는 것 같아요.
You have some crazy cool moves in that music video. How long does it usually take for all of you to perfect the choreography for one of your songs?
About 3 days, 4 days, less than a week, because we don't really have much time to prepare for the music video. We shoot music video first before we release the song, so we don't really have much time. So about 3-4 days.
So you've just come off tour and you've spent a lot of time together as a group. So I feel like you've kind of got this like beautiful family, the group is now. What is the dynamic like? Who is the most serious? Who's the silliest? Who has the best dance moves?
Well, he's the funniest guy in our group. He does all the variety shows and those comedy shows and stuff. And he's a great dancer, as you saw in the Hollywood Boulevard. And he's a great dancer. And he's like a mother in our group. He cares for he takes care of the members and, you know, did you eat? Did you have lunch? And stuff. And
We may laugh, but that's actually a beautiful thing.
Of course.
That's beautiful, you know? It's love.
Thank you.
And he's like the visual of our group. He's the most handsome person in our group, I think. My opinion. Yeah. What am I?
Best producer.
프로듀서.
Thank you. Yeah, I write songs a lot, so they called me a producer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
황금 막내.
And we did see that video of you dancing on Hollywood Boulevard. I was so impressed with your freestyle skills. Yes, Yeah. Where else have you been able to explore in the US while you've been on tour?
Santa Monica Beach, Universal.
We went to Universal Studio. It was so fun. Oh my god, I want to go again.
Yeah.
But it's so big, I can't. My legs hurt. You know. Yeah.
From all the running around
Yeah.
from ride to ride
Yeah.
and the thing.
We waited for like an hour for a ride.
It was so tired.
Oh, so tiring, huh?
He's working so fast.
I walk so fast, so
That's why your legs are sore.
Yeah.
What is the ride that you lined up for an hour for?
Well, every ride was an hour waiting, but the most exciting 그 ride was 그 공룡 나오고 그 뭐지?
주라기 월드.
Jurassic
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
What is your favorite American food?
Oh, so many. In California, we have to eat In-N-Out.
Yes.
And
인앤아웃 같은 그 어디지? 델라스였나?
치필레?
시카고였나? 거기
치필레?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
뭐였나?
Yes,
그랬던 것 같아.
that was great too.
치필레.
Chick-fil-A.
치필레.
And Chipotle, it's good. Chipotle.
and 신조 피자.
I love kimchi. What other Korean dishes do you recommend I should try?
김치를 좋아하시면
김치를
저는
좋아하시는구나.
그 저도 굉장히 좋아하는
Uh-huh.
그 양념 돼지갈비.
We call it LA galbi in Korean, but I don't know if they call it LA galbi here though. It's like a soy-based BBQ rib. It's really good. They sell it at 북창동 순두부, BCD 순두부. You should try.
감자탕도 맛있어요. 감자탕.
Potato soup.
no. 포테이토 스프잖아. 포테이토 스프.
It's called 감자탕. It's like a stew with like a pork
피그 뭐 여기 부분?
Rib.
pig rib. Yeah, pig rib. Yeah.
Yeah, or 불고기. You should try 불고기 too.
What artists have you been listening to lately? They can be American or from anywhere.
좀 많이 산책하고 돌아다녔었는데 그때 이제 션 맨데스 노래를 굉장히 많이 들었어요. 이번에 투어하면서.
핑크 스웨트도 엄청 많이 들었었던 것 같아요.
I love Adele. I love All I Ask. I love that song.
And what's next for AB6?
일단은 US 투어를 했는데 뭔가 더 욕심도 많이 생기고 더 자주 US에 계신 에비뉴 분들을 만날 수 있는 기회들을 만들고 싶습니다.
As soon as possible.
Well, I can't wait for you to come back so I can see you live
Of course.
in person. That would be incredible. I love the dance moves, all your music that's out at the moment, and I can't wait to see what's next
you.
for you. And then, wait, how do I say thank you? I'm
감사합니다.
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 Your
발음이 너무
pronunciation's
좋으세요.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I have great shooter.
감사합니다.
Don't forget to check out the EP A to B from AB6. Thank you all for coming in the studio today. It's been a blast.
Hello, we are
AB6IX.
and you've just been buzzed.
Savior is out now on all streaming platforms. Don't go anywhere. We're backstage at So You Think You Can Dance. We'll be right back after the break. So You Think You Can Dance is winding down to their final weeks, and we're backstage to talk to the dancers who are gearing up for a final showdown that could be anybody's choice.
Hey, it's Alicia Michelle backstage at So You Think You Can Dance this week. Guess what? The top six stays the top six. That's right, no eliminations. We're going to talk about tonight's amazing show with our judges and our contestants. Stay right there. You're complimenting the choreographers here. I mean, every single routine tonight was crazy.
It was crazy. So crazy, in fact, that every contestant rose to the occasion, and also I got to give a shout out to the All-Star. That All-Star effect really, the talent is already tremendous, but it just brings it up to this next level. So hard, in fact, that we could not make a decision on what the elimination was tonight, so we just didn't.
We're sitting there watching. We're like, who could it be? Like, it's at this point, like, again, it's just like it's these little tiny things. It could literally be anybody 100%. For any reason at any time.
100%, and that's what makes it really tough during this part of the competition is not only we as judges, but then also as audience members, because you've been here a couple weeks, so watch it week after week, so you are also expecting growth and looking for growth, and then when you see each contestant rise to the occasion, take on the challenge, you're right, you're kind of like, okay, well, how do I pick right now? And and I'm not gonna lie, these next couple of episodes are gonna be tough. They're gonna be really, really tough. So we're gonna see who the true champions, the survivors, really are.
We're matching. We're matching. Check us out. Okay, they can put us as a pair, but like you have to do all the heavy lifting and the dancing. I saw you did the lifts last week, so I'm a little bigger than Ray. I don't know if you can lift me, but I feel you look strong.
Thank you.
First off, Bo, 2 weeks in a row, bottom 2, but this week you are still here. How does that feel? Like, is it Destiny's Child, I'm a Survivor playing in your head?
No, literally, at this point, I think 4 of us have been in the bottom twice, and 5 out of 6 of us have been in the bottom. So it's, in this week we knew half of us were going to be, so it was a very scary feeling. I'm just so grateful to still be here, and I'm so proud of what I did on that stage tonight, and it would have hurt a lot to go home on that, but at the same time I would have been able to walk off that stage with my head held high.
Especially because the piece that you guys did, Jackie did the choreography for, and Lex, and I mean that was actually amazing. And I think when we talk about the audience showing the emotion, it's because addiction is something that affects so many people.
Yeah, no, I mean it really does, and it's something that I'll never fully be able to comprehend myself, but I felt a massive responsibility to tell that story well, and to not play at the story, to do it truthfully, because it really is such a reality for so many people.
First off, I love the hair.
Thank you. It's different than my long hair, but it's not cut. It's not cut, I promise.
I know. I was like, he's not going to let me cut his hair.
Oh, I'm not going to cut my hair.
Well, you did an amazing job again tonight. First off, I thought it was so cool. We saw the jive with 2 male partners. We don't ever get to see jive with 2 male partners. You guys absolutely killed it. Talking about the energy and getting ready for that performance.
Yeah, it was, Ezra gave all the energy, honestly, and he just I was feeding off of him, and he was just such an amazing partner, and I mean, not ever having done jive before, it was such a great first experience.
You couldn't tell that was your first time doing this. And I said, I was like, I think it's because Keaton, I feel like there's some version of you that has lived in every decade. Because every time there's a decade thing, you absolutely kill it.
Thank you. No, I think I just had to, take it up a notch this week. And I knew I was if I got jive, so I've got to step it up and, hang with the rest of the competition.
Was it a shock for you for bottom 3?
I mean, it was a shock, but I was so proud with what I did out there, and I had so much fun, and it was so special to have my mom in the audience and share that experience with her. I'm so grateful for Amy, and she's just been my best friend throughout this week and just supporting me, and I'm grateful for Eleanor and the piece, and it was just so fun, and it was really special to me. I feel like I climbed a lot of mountains and faced a lot of my fears this week. And that was kind of the piece was about. It was kind of about my own internal battle, Amy representing, the angry side, the one that's always been dominant over me, and I representing, the fear and kind of turning fear into fearlessness. And it was a really special moment, and I will never forget that.
Yeah, Amy talked about that, and Eleanor really wanting to give you both, a voice in this dance. And I was like, oh, it's giving me very much girl power, and I like that.
Yes, no, absolutely. It was really special, having 2 women come together in unity to create a strong feminine piece. It was very powerful.
Now let's keep it 100 with you, right? Okay, so you've been, a favorite for judges. JoJo's loved your. I think her top 2 performances were your performances, and then you got paired with Amy, who's a winner of So You Think You Can Dance. Did that give you Did it give you pressure, or did it give you motivation?
It gave me motivation. I watched Amy, in her season, and I was just so inspired by her and in awe of her dancing and, how she could tell stories. And when I read that she was my all-star, I freaked out.
You killed it tonight. You and Coco came in and you did the thing, and you couldn't have told me that you haven't known her for years and years.
Really? Wow. Yeah, I only knew her for days. Like, it's just crazy. Yeah, the connection, and that's the thing that our choreographer Jackie, she was really big on, because she felt like I didn't have that at first. Like, because, you know, first day rehearsals, you only really get 2, maybe 3 days if you're lucky. So it's like first day, just like, Essence, you gotta find it. But I found it that last second when it was time to find it. Yeah.
Well, it seems like you just drew from a really real place, and I love that you took your piece, and it's something that people don't ever really talk about, is like friendship, and sometimes what it's like to lose a friend and to grieve that, especially when you have no closure for that, and you going on national television and being so vulnerable, even just about that, I think really helped to have the audience connect to that performance.
Definitely. It's crazy because losing friends is a lot, especially when you guys are really close. So it just tears something away from you. It kind of low-key hurts more than a relationship, because you don't really understand it, because you guys you think you have that sisterly bond and that sisterhood, and like I have no clue why, and still don't to this day, but you know, I just got to keep pushing. But I remember I used to ask my mom every day, probably for like 6 months straight, why?
But everything happens for a reason, because you were able to use that as, you know, motivation for your performance, and you ended up being in top 3. What did that feel like to know the audience really had connected with that?
Man, that felt amazing, because mind you, I'm hip hop. It's all the way over on the spectrum of contemporary.
Baby, I'm gonna tell you something, Brian. You are not just hip hop anymore. Now, you might have came in like that, but that is not you anymore. Add some other things to the resume.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to the recipe. You feel me? So, because the first time I did contemporary on this show, I landed on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that was the only time I've been on the bottom so far. So I was just really nervous going into it, but I realized I just had to dive deep, and, you know, hard work pays off. I used to be in the gym till midnight. I literally worked on it. I literally had 5 hours of sleep yesterday because I was working so hard on this. So,
I mean, how could you not be Mr. Fulljoy? How could you not be Mr. Fulljoy? You killed it, and it was one of my favorite performances, and I'll tell you why of yours. Because it wasn't about the poise and the elegance. It was raw and it was real, and you weren't, I mean, you have a gorgeous face, but you didn't have that beautiful face to rely on.
Thank you so much. I know. I was honestly so beyond nervous for this week, just because, one, it was hip hop, but then two, like you said, like, it's so out of my comfort zone without being all proper and poised, and like I couldn't really use like my whole entire face as my expression, because I had all that like stuff on my face.
It was a lot.
It was a little bit of a lot, but no, I'm really happy with the performance, and I couldn't be more grateful to have Bailey as my all-star and to have Gabe as my choreographer. Like, it honestly just felt like everything fell into place.
They had nothing but great things to say about your work ethic and how much you really wanted to get it. And it's so funny because the critique was that they wanted you to get down lower, and with Bailey as your partner, like, you had to.
Yeah, no, there was no other choice, and that like means the world that they have been saying that, because I say the same thing about them. Like, they were the most patient, caring, and also like the most trustworthy people I got to work with, because I felt like they were not ever like critiquing me in a bad way, but they only wanted me to get better, and they were only my biggest cheerleaders. And I just also want to shout out Bailey, just being the best all-star for me. He was just so loving, kind, patient, and so supportive that I really couldn't have done this week without him.
Oh my God, I'm living for her hair right now.
I know, right? All right, first off, you are living to dance another day, my darling.
I know, it's scary. It's really scary, especially being in the bottom again for the second time in a row. But this time I was more confident, because I felt that me and Comfort did what we had to do today. It was more at ease. Like, literally, we were literally laughing so hard on the stage. We were cutting up, and it was hilarious. Like, I was like laughing. I'm like, oh wait, I'm on stage. I gotta start smiling or doing something. And then I take Twitch's note into consideration, just because I've never really done hip hop before, like in a Luther kind of way. So when he was like explaining like this is like the levels, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, this is my first time really doing this, so I was like, I'm gonna take that as a compliment, because I did my stuff today.
You absolutely did, and it was something totally different than we've seen. And talk to me about your relationship with Comfort, because Comfort, like, that's my niece.
Oh, I literally love her. She's been a role model in my life for quite some time, especially because I used to like go to conventions with her and assist her. So being able to get to dance next to her and really having that connection with her, it's been great. She's literally the most sweetest person we've ever met.
That's all we have. Special thanks to So You Think You Can Dance, Fox, Steph Curry, Madison Brodsky, AB6IX, and Daniel DeLate. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and double tap us on Instagram, all at @buzz_access. Before we go, we caught up with Vanessa Hudgens at her No Child Hungry benefit, sponsored by Cali Water. I'm Trey Rich. Love and light to you all.
No Kid Hungry is such a fantastic nonprofit organization. What spoke to you about the organization to pair with Cali Water?
I mean, I feel like it's really important to ask yourself, like, what's upsetting to you? And the things that like have affected me and that are upsetting to me are like cancer. Like I lost my dad to cancer, and then like I love kids, and no kid should have to worry about when they're going to be able to get their next meal. And No Kid Hungry does such an amazing job at providing meals to children all over and making it really easy and accessible for families. Like it's just so important, you know? Like, and they do such a fantastic job. I love everything that they do, so whenever I can support them, I'm there.
Especially here in LA, right? Because matters only got worse after the pandemic. What can we do to step up as a city to help the kids?
I mean, give back to No Kid Hungry. They really do such an amazing job. I've gone to schools, seen firsthand what they do, like how many people are really on the streets, like putting in the work, making sure the kids are getting meals. Like even during the pandemic especially, like they were so phenomenal at making sure that it was accessible for children, like even for dinner, you know, like it doesn't just limit to school time. It really is all encompassing for kids.
And also, welcome back. I saw that you were in Mexico. How was the bachelorette party?
It was amazing.
Are you ready for the wedding?
I am. I'm so excited. It was so much fun. I like organized. It wasn't like your stereotypical or like I guess what you see in movies bachelor party. Like I arranged a meditation sound bath for us all.
I heard that.
Yeah, it was very like healing and beautiful and relaxing.
What was very healing to me was when I saw that you went to go visit East High, the real one. That like brought my inner child emotions out. What was that like? I saw it on your face, but if you could describe it in words.
It's just wild. It was so surreal. I was actually there because my boyfriend was playing there, and I was there with him, and I was like, I gotta go to East High. And I had rented a car, and I just drove myself down there with Darla, my pup, and took her out and stood on the streets. And it was great because it was summer vacation, so there was nobody there. It felt like a wasteland, and it was just such a blast from the past. I don't know. It's wild. So many years have gone by and it's still standing.
Absolutely. And now they have High School Musical, the series. I'm about to do that red carpet. What do you suggest that I ask all of those cast members?
Oh my gosh.
Corbin Blue will be there.
Oh my God, love. Give him my love.
I will.
For more stories and extended clips, go to thebuzzallaccess.com. I'm Trey Rich, and you've just been buzzed.